You know what time it is?
No.
It is 2025. You know what that means?
No.
It's time to make our 2025 gaming resolutions.
Okay, I guess we're resolved to make our 2025 gaming resolutions today on Board Games and Coffee. Welcome to WiscoDice! Hey yo folks, I am your host Conesy with the most, and I'm joined today by...
Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And today we're going to be resolved for resolutions, specifically 2025 resolutions.
And gaming resolutions.
So hang tight, find out what our 5 resolutions are for 2025. What else should folks do right now?
Oh, right now you should definitely smash that like button and also subscribe if you haven't already, so we know to keep more content like this coming your way.
And by the way, don't forget to leave a comment in the comments below so you can be seen on screen like some of these folks right now on previous episodes of Board Games and Coffee. And by the way, what are you drinking today?
Ooh, I have more Druid's Garden Irish breakfast tea. I love my Druid's Garden. I found them at Gen Con. You can find them online.
Yep, you'll have a link in the show notes below if you want to get some breakfast tea. Not exactly coffee, but we'll let you slide. I've got Arriba from that place.
Just Coffee Cooperative Coffee Roasters.
I don't know why I can never
Madison,
remember it.
Wisconsin.
I drink it all the time. I just can never remember it. So yeah, I actually have regular drip coffee today. So yep, nice medium roast. It's wonderful. So let's go ahead and roll into our gaming resolutions.
Yes, I will say our 2025 resolutions, I had a lot of fun discussing them with all of you. We got some wonderful comments and feedback, and also it was kind of a nice way to give me some direction for 2024 gaming, and I'm psyched for my 2025 resolutions.
Yeah, the best part was all the interaction from you, the audience. So
kept
hopefully
us going towards them. We were pretty successful last year.
We were pretty successful. Nobody's perfect, as we certainly weren't. And, well, you got to see that as we gave you our updates. So what is our first resolution? What is it? What do you have? What are you going to try to do?
So my first resolution is we have an extensive looking for players table. And I call this, instead of a table, a shelf of shame.
It's really not a shelf of shame because it's not a shelf, really. We're starting to kind of
reappropriate
a shelf in there.
3x3 table plus part of a shelving unit of games we haven't played yet that we've acquired through many different means, and I would like to get through all of them. I know more will be added, but I want to get through what's currently on there for sure this year.
Yeah, there's a few games that have been sitting on there for a couple of years that I would question now why, or even longer. I question why we bought them or I bought them back day.
You know, and some we were given and stuff, and I'm going to keep a list of them, and that you'll be able to go and check out and see which ones we've played, and I welcome suggestions if there's ones you think we should,
and that list may get appended during the year, not from new acquisitions, but from us auditing our existing collection and discovering that we have a few more games. Like we had Twilight Struggle mixed in with the 2-player games that had never been played.
Anyway, so that's my first of my 5. What's your first of your 5?
So my first of my 5 is going to be one that is carried over from 2024, and that is going to be play 400 board games in person. Not BGA games. I'm not counting any of that stuff. Just in-person gameplays. That could be RPGs, that could be miniature games, and most importantly, that could be board games. So lots of opportunities. I'm just going to say, since we're recording this at the end of January, I'm already off to a great start. I've almost got 50 games in already in January. Of course, January I have 2 conventions, so there's lots of opportunities to play. Yeah. And this year we have 3 regular board game days at public venues every month, where it's very easy for us to get a couple of plays at each. And then we have 2 board game nights we host with other people coming in on top of an ongoing Frosthaven campaign. I see like 400 being easily crushed this year. So this year might actually end up being a 450 or a 500 play year, which I'm super excited about.
I'm just going to laugh if he's got 400 in before June.
Yeah, that'll be, hey, that's great. I had the miniature painting stuff in, I think, before Gen Con last year. I got my 100 miniatures painted, so. All right. So what's your second one on your list?
My second one is kind of a continuation of my resolution last year, which was to get our board game library, get some organization strategy for that. It is to implement a small box game solution. Because what we're finding is that we have small box games spread out around the house, in the cars, in all over the place.
Terrible with them. Like, this is why she needs a library system to check in, check out games, so she knows where all her small box games are that she will then never be able to find.
Well, so I just need to I would like to also have them out so that when we're looking at games that they're jumping out, like not hidden in a drawer or something. So I've got some ideas. I'd love to see what you do for your small box games.
I would say, like, this is something that caused us some pain during our two-player only game video, because we now realize that we missed some two-player only games.
Yes, because they're really good.
Because they're very small box games, and they're really awesome small box games. So we're going to have to revisit ranking all of our two-player games that we own in an upcoming video at some point.
All right, so that's my second one for the year. Conesy, what's yours?
So my goal is is very channel focused for my second one, and that is to create more and different types of content. So one of the things that I think we've got a pretty good consistency with things like board games and coffee, pretty good consistency with doing some other, trying to get some content like new to us games, things like that up. But we've been hit or miss on things like review content. We've been hit or miss on a few other things, doing playthroughs, those kind of things. So I want to do more of those types of content, but I also want to explore all the other facets of gaming that we are both doing. Things like miniature gaming, things like RPGs and role-playing games. Those are all things that we are both really into and really interested in.
Yep.
I know you really want to get some more Malifaux play. I need to dust off my Malifaux stuff and reread the rules. We've got 2 active Dungeons and Dragons campaigns right now. I might start a third one. There is so much gaming stuff that I could talk about and things that we could talk about. I want to be able to bring more of that to not only the channel, but if you didn't realize, we also have a blog over at WiscoDice.com. You can check that out. We do things like a regular blog series like Kickstart Monday, but I want more regular blog series if I can find time to get them written.
Yeah.
And
Justin does a great job with Kickstart Monday. If you're looking for crowdfunding projects, you should definitely check it out on Mondays.
The podcast is going strong. So if you didn't know we had an audio show, of course it shows up here on YouTube, but also you can check out our audio show wherever you download and listen to podcasts.
You can take us on your drives with you.
Yep. So whether it's iTunes or Amazon Podcasts, Audible, wherever, we're on all of those. So you can check out that as well. That is a big goal for me, is to come up with to get more content of different varieties, different subject materials covered across all of the places where we put out content.
Yeah, so that's a good lead into my next resolution. So my third resolution is to create how to play videos. If you've met with me in a convention, I probably have told you several times that I really enjoy teaching people new games. And I've tried to work hard at how I do that and how I present it. And I think the next step for me to up my skills in teaching games is to work on creating some how to play videos. I've got Gemba, which is due to come out soon as a how to play video, which is by the same designers as Dice Treasure, which is a game that I did a fun how to play video on. And
we did a playthrough too for that one.
Oh yeah. But if there's any games that you would like to see me do a how to play video for you on, please comment, because we have a wide selection of games, and and I can probably also find the game somewhere if we don't own it to learn it and teach it.
The collection is somewhere around 650 total titles, totally unique titles. So we have likely the game in the collection somewhere, or if we don't, we may know somebody that actually has it.
Yep.
So this does also tie into, I think, one of the things that I wanted to do, which is growing our local gaming events to having 20 plus people. These are all of our local public ones, which we're really affiliated with 3 of them now, right? They're about 13 to 15 people regular attendees right now, so it's not a huge number. It's only about 25% growth, but that's a strong growth number. And that's our 2 game days at a Wilden Distilling. First and third Sundays at a Wilden. And then the final Friday of the month is at Misty Mountain Games every month, which is our first one and one that we love doing as well. So we'd love to get both of those up over, or all 3 of those events up over 20 players or more on a regular turnout. That then gives them a chance to, hey, if we start organizing a little more and we have playthrough videos, we can start sending that out in some of the notifications for those to say, hey, you can check out how to play some of the games we're featuring or we might feature this week that we're bringing right here in some of our social media and recruitment posts for those players as well, so that they can hopefully come to the table and know how to play those games. So,
all right. So my number 4 is I would like to create inserts for 5 games that I have that could benefit, that would, from having a well-designed insert. Whether it's, hey, I'm finding it on some free site and printing it off with the 3D printer, or if I'm purchasing it, if I'm designing it myself. But there are games that are really good games that we like, but we tend not to get them out as much because they take quite a while to set up and sort out. And then you have piles on the table, and it would just be nice to have a nice insert. So boop, boop, boop. All set.
And this isn't you just taking something you downloaded off the internet. This is you actually designing the insert.
It could be.
Oh, it could be. Okay.
It's gonna depend. Like, I'm still very new to designing the inserts.
Sure. Okay.
Yep, that would be ideal. But I think my goal is just to pick 5 games and get them inserts. So that that's. I mean,
no, that's awesome.
I picked 5 because I felt like that was manageable instead of saying like, hey, I'm going to do all of our games are going to have custom inserts.
No, that's way too many games. And probably not always justified.
Right.
But when I printed that insert for Nucleum, that made that game so much easier to table. Of course, then you have the how do I put this insert back in the box after I've gotten it out game, which is the game after the game.
I got ideas for that.
So that's also got to be part of this, is starting to design, like, how do I put it back in the box, little flyers you can put, and maybe
Just
tape to the top of the box or something like that.
Take a picture of everything, yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is going to be to actually finish the studio. Now, that means that you can't see it on the camera, but that does mean there's some trim boards that need to get finished, cut, stained. That's both of us need to work on that. But also,
so this is a resolution that he's making for me, also, I guess.
Right now it needs me to drive this, and it is on our list to get done. I want to get this finished done. I want to be able to shoot the video for this. I want to actually ideas also for changing some lighting issues. We have a wonderful lighting fixture in here that's up right above the table, but it's very yellowish light that comes off of it, which is awesome mood lighting for like an RPG game. But when you're in here board gaming,
and when it's dark outside, so there's no natural light,
it can be very hard sometimes to distinguish certain colors of tokens. Like there was an issue with the yellow and brown tokens in a game recently in this room.
Castles of Burgundy. If you know, that those release are tart. Yeah, I think even in the original.
But Sagrada, I think, would be another issue if we played it in here. There are games where it can be a little bit hard with the yellowish light to really distinguish what the colors are. So I want some lighting changes.
Yep.
And then also some camera upgrades. And some of these upgrades and some of these things are going to cost some money. And we've never come to our audience to ask for money, but we
still aren't.
We still aren't right now. We're not asking you, other than if we have some affiliate links, and you don't buy things from your favorite local game store, or if there are affiliate links in the video. There won't be for this one, I don't think, but in future videos, that does help the show. It does help the show a lot. We'll be talking about probably in the future some fundraising goals that we're going to be trying to achieve to have slightly better camera and video equipment and changing our recording setup. And that will ultimately, we're going to need probably a little bit of community help to make that happen.
But that's
that is down the road. But that are all changes that are incorporated in this resolution. So I'm letting you know now.
Okay. My number 5, my last one. I had so much fun with my 10 by 10 last year. Like, I was not really sure. And I did not complete it completely, but if you guys remember my 10 by 10 last year, I picked kind of categories. I didn't pick one game I was going to play 10 times. Though some games I played almost 10 times. But it was like solo games, heavy Euro, just to kind of expand the types of games I was playing. And so I'm going to kind of continue that for this next year. But my 10 by 10 is going to be 10 different themes on games.
Okay,
all
cool.
right. So I'm going to have my list up again, and you can check it out. And if you want to copy it, go right ahead. This is, very generic kind of. I'm going to have, my themes are going to be space, nature. Oh, space again. Whoops.
She really wants that space theme in there.
Okay, well, I will have to put that again. Something else. History, horror, animals, sci-fi, food, something that's got like a map that you're playing on, and ones that are anthropomorphism in them. So animals that have like human attributes. So like an Everdell where you're, and then I guess I need to think of something else to maybe instead of space, steampunk. I think that's what I was supposed to be doing. A steampunky themed one.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
okay.
All right.
Steampunky one might be a bit of a challenge. We don't own a lot of steampunk games.
Well, we've got a couple though.
We do have a couple. It just means we're playing them a lot.
That's fine. Yeah, I got Gearworks. I got Steampunk Rally. I have. Oh, we got Corrosion's on our call list, isn't it?
I think Corrosion might be on the call table.
I've got more. If you've got any steampunky kind of themed games, let me know because I clearly
There's probably
need them.
a couple more out there in the collection somewhere.
Yeah, I like steampunk themes. So, all right. So that's my last resolution.
It's a good resolution. It really is. And on that list as well, while painting is not one of my resolutions this year, I will also continue to do paint tracking. So I will track all of the miniatures I painted. That'll be on one of those tabs on that spreadsheet. And you'll find that information in the blog post for this video, as well as in the description, maybe in the description if we have it done, if she has it ready by the time we launch this video.
I have it ready now.
Oh, perfect. She already has it ready. So it'll be in the description below. And and then we'll talk about it in future updates.
It's a list.
She does like lists.
I love making lists almost as much as I love playing games. So anyway, you got one last resolution.
I do have one last resolution. This one is also another callback to last year's resolutions, and that is to lose weight. Specifically, I'm going to call out a specific amount of weight this year. Last year the goal was to lose weight, and it definitely, being a larger gamer, it's the reality a lot of us have to deal with as Americans, as gamers, as part of the lifestyle. When you're sitting at a board game table and you're eating munchies, whatever, oh hey, it's easy to go for those chips, and I have a really bad habit of like chips or junk food at the table. It will just constantly be going in the mouth. But we made big strides this year. I've dropped over 40 pounds last year. When I went in for my physical with the doctor, they were very surprised to see me down over 40 pounds. My goal is to continue that momentum and to be down another 40 pounds or more by the time I have to go in for my next physical, which is at the end of this year, near the end of this year. So that is really the goal. We're gonna make it, and it's about setting a lifestyle. And I really do challenge all of you as well that are struggling like me to take this up and take this on, because when we went to Gen Con this year, it made such a difference in how I physically felt and how much energy I had every day to be able to go. And yes, there was a day where I hit I wore the wrong shoes because I went in costume and I just physically couldn't go.
You need to break in your shoes, like we say.
Yep, I didn't follow my Gen Con advice. Absolutely, the goal is to drop that 40 pounds and you're going to continue with me. We're on this weight loss journey together. Yep. You've lost weight as well last year, which is awesome.
About the same amount as you.
And we really do want to, hopefully this makes an impact on some of you out there as well, and you take us up on it and go with us. And if you do, when we post an update video, and we talk about where we're successful or where we're having challenges, please also let us know how you're doing on something like this. We're here to encourage you. We're not here to put you in any kind of situation of feeling bad about you if you're not able to succeed, or if you are succeeding. And this isn't a race. It's just we're trying. You encourage us, and it meant so much to me to get that positive encouragement from you, the community.
Made a difference for
last year. I'm going to keep that up, partially because I think it's not only a worthwhile goal for me for my health, but also because it really does, the encouragement that you folks out there have given me this last year was really awesome. So thank you so much. All
right, so I think those are our 5. And
odd, my cup hasn't run dry yet.
Mine is cold though.
Well, that's a problem. So I guess that's going to be it for this episode of Board Games and Coffee. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do it now. Don't forget. We know most of you haven't actually subscribed. Do it now. But until next time, Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.
Hey there, it's Conesy. Thank you so much for watching. We put out videos weekly here at WiscoDice. Check out our channel for more great videos and don't forget to subscribe. We also have more great content on our website at WiscoDice.com. Of course, we do this all for you, the viewers. So please like the video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.